What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from Buffalo SportsCenter. Today we're going to be discussing the new dynamic kickoff rule in the NFL. Now, I know a lot of people didn't really hear about this. They're watching their team's first preseason games, and they're a little bit confused. So first, let's describe how this kickoff rule works really quickly, and then I'll discuss kind of my opinion on if this rule is going to stick around, if this rule positively affects games in the NFL, or if it's kind of a negative. So first things first, this is kind of how it works. Kicker, again, will start from his own 35, kind of how it was in the past. But now the teammates align on the opponent's 40-yard line, which is, it looks quite wild on the TV and probably in person as well. Again, they cannot move until the ball is either touched by the opponent or until the ball hits the ground. Now, the receiving team must line up at least 7 players between the 30 and 35-yard line of their own. And that will be called the setup zone. They are allowed a maximum of 2 players inside the landing zone, which is between the goal line and the 20-yard line. So, again, we've seen a lot of teams so far in preseason put 2 guys back there, right? One on one side, one on the other side. Whatever way the ball is kicked, that's the guy that gets the kickoff. Again, I'm sure we'll see some trickery as the regular season approaches, and some teams will find a way to cheese this rule. But as of right now, it's been pretty standard. If the kickoff is short of the landing zone, so say a guy kicks it and it doesn't make it to that landing zone between the goal line and the 20, say it lands at, the 25 or the 30, it automatically gets moved down to the 40-yard line. They don't even got to return it. They could let it bounce, and it's automatically a dead ball. Goes all the way to the 40-yard line. So that's a big jump. Again, if it lands in the landing zone and goes right through the end zone, the drive will start at the 20. So, if they're unable to recover the ball, if the ball, lands in that landing zone, bounces through the end zone, it goes to the 20. And then any kick that is downed in or lands in the end zone and goes through will result in a touchback. So touchbacks will be to the 30-yard line now as opposed to the 25 in years prior. And then they still have the rule where if the kickoff goes out of bounds, it will get moved to the 40 as well. So now let's discuss my opinion on this. First things first, it looks a heck of a lot different, than the traditional kickoff. But there was a main reason why they decided to make this change, and that was because, last season, the years prior, the kickoff became an instant touchback, right? 75 to 80% of kickoffs are just touchbacks. You could call a fair catch from anywhere, too. So it was basically just, people wanted to see more returns in the NFL. Another reason why they made this change is for safety. Again, guys flying, head-to-head collisions on that traditional kickoff. It really wasn't a good look for the sport. So now you move to the dynamic kickoff. You're not going to have as hard of hits, right? Guys are starting on the 35 and 40. That gives you around 20 yards of running instead of, an 80-yard sprint to go nail a guy that's, sprinting full speed up the field. So, that'll definitely be better for safety. And also, with these guys bunched up, all you got to do is beat a couple guys and you're home free, and all you got to do is beat the kicker. Whereas, years prior, maybe some guys would hang back if you had a good returner. So this is a very interesting rule change. Again, as far as I'm calling it, I think this is a good change. It's going to take a while to get used to, but I think it's definitely going to put some more action. And, you'll definitely see a few more returns than we saw in years prior. Now, again, in preseason, you got some slower guys back there. But as we approach the regular season, teams are going to be putting their fastest guy here on the kickoff. And I think you're going to see a big difference once we switch to the regular season with this dynamic kickoff. If I'm a kicker, I'm still thinking touchback on this, though. The 25 and the 30, it's a little bit of a jump. But I think, guys like Tyreek Hill, who have incredible speed, these guys are going to be able to take advantage of this new rule quite easily. So, if you got a fast return guy down there, and I'm a kicker, I'm just kicking that thing to the end zone, making them fair catch it about 8 yards deep in the end zone, and sending that ball to the 30. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think this is a positive or negative change in the NFL? Do you think this rule is going to stick around? And do you think we'll see more returns this year than last year, or do you think it's just all, a big rule change all for nothing, and we're just going to keep seeing some touchbacks? Let me know what you guys think. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe, join the Discord, and check out our Instagram. We will be uploading a ton of content, and we'll be live streaming quite a few games as this NFL season approaches. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. Peace out.